What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, I want to talk more about League of Legends. I want to talk more about the League of Legends card game Riftbound, and specifically, I want to talk about what we need to do in terms of, pre-ordering and picking up this set. Now, my usual thing here, and this is very, very important, I cannot tell you where to pick this game up. It's not because I hate you. Not because I don't know. Well, I suppose it is because I don't know. Because I don't know for everywhere in the world. If you lived near me, I can give you a bunch of options. But my advice in every card game is always this, and I cannot stress this enough. Make friends with your local game store. The reason you should always make friends with your local game store is because there will inevitably be times where products are hard to find, where things cannot be found, where things are getting awkward. And when that time happens, the good local game stores will hook up their regulars. Now, I'm not saying every local game store is good, and I know not everybody has a local game store. I understand all of this. But if you have a decent local game store, make friends, become a regular. And then if there's a set, whether it's Origins or something else in the future, which becomes difficult to find or hard to buy, your local game store will probably hook you up, and that will be lovely. So with that borne in mind, what is actually available? And well, the main thing that most people are going to be after on day one, boosters. Booster packs and booster boxes. As I sit here right now, in the UK, on the 24th of June, these are not that difficult to pre-order. There are multiple websites where I can order a box of Origins at or just below retail right now. No issues, straight away. Now, I don't know if it's going to remain like that, but I'm telling you that right now, it is not difficult to pre-order boxes of Origins, at least in the UK, and I can only speak for the UK. But if you're in the UK, there are still big online retailers which are just selling this quite casually. It is not that difficult a set to pick up right now. I want to remind you that this has been the case before, and things turned. The big one I remember was when we had Dragon Ball Fusion World, and that was going fine, right up until about 3 weeks before release, when suddenly the hype exploded and you just could not get a box of Fusion World like anywhere. Could not get that on release. Trying to get the first set, Awaken Pulse, on release. I managed to find one box because I found a local store that had one box in, and I went and bought that one box. So I'm telling you, if you're hyped about Riftbound, I wouldn't wait. I would go and get it sooner rather than later. There are 24 packs in a box. And the way packs work is like this. 7 common, 3 uncommon, 2 foil rares or better. Of course, we know the rarity. We looked at that the other day. Those 2 slots, they could have rares, they could have better. Assuming that it works like other card games, and we have no reason to believe that it won't, they could both be epic cards. Remember, we got rare, epic, and overnumbered. So, in theory, you could get an epic and an overnumbered, or 2 epic, or whatever. That's the way it works in other card games. I can't guarantee it will work like that here, but I would imagine that that would be the case. And then you get 1 foil of any rarity and a token slot. It sounds a lot like there is an opportunity to get some busted packs with like 3 hits in. That sounds awesome to me. And we do have official words on pull rates, and that is there will be 6 epic rarity cards on average per box. That is 1 in every 4 packs. And 2 alt art cards in every box, which is on average 1 every 12 packs. So we actually do have stated rarities here, stated ratios, and that is 1 in 4 packs for an epic, and 1 in 12 packs for an alt art. We're not told overnumbered. I'm hearing rumors of 1 in every 2 to 3 boxes or something like that. We don't know. It's not been stated as far as I am aware, and if it has been, let me know in the comment section and I will pin a comment to fix it. So that's your booster packs and your booster boxes. As always, there's going to come a point where people start playing the game. We've seen the whole set, and as soon as the whole set is released, digitally, as soon as it's on the website, people are going to know what the deal is in terms of well, people are going to start testing at least. And then people are going to try and figure out what the best cards are. And at that point, that's when we can start figuring out a bit more about which are the best pools in the set. Because playability is going to have an effect. By the way, in terms of the overnumber cards, we don't know exactly how rare they are. We definitely don't know how rare the signed cards are. So this is another one of those situations where hold your horses. We'll have to figure that one out a little bit later. In terms of a release date here, we don't have strict release dates everywhere. We know that it is China in summer, and we know we're getting the English release in October, and we know that other territories, I'm very much hoping for Japanese, are coming in 2026. We don't know the exact date yet, and even distributors are only actually listing it for October. I'm seeing a lot of October 31st, but that is clearly just a placeholder date. A lot of places will use the last day of the month if they don't know the actual day it's releasing. So it's going to be October. It is going to be coming out in China earlier, and that's the deal. But if you don't want packs, what else is available? Well, we've got ourselves Starter Decks, and Starter Decks come in 3 flavors: Lee Sin, Jinx, and Victor. There are 3 of them. They are awesome. They are inessential. When I say inessential, I don't mean bad. I mean inessential. If they were essential, that would mean that they had mechanically exclusive cards like we see in other card games, where you would have to buy the starter decks or you would be missing cards that could end up becoming good later. And look at any card game that does have exclusive starter deck cards. Sooner or later, there are cards from the starter deck that become very expensive because the starter deck is sold out and something's just become a staple. That is not the case here. Every card in the starter deck is reprinted in the main set. Like, I've got the packs on screen and the starter deck boxes. Here's the free legends. There you go. That's what you need to see. There are your free legends. Because actually, we've been shown them, or we know what they are, we know what they do. The point of the starter decks isn't to be some exclusive thing that you have to buy here. The point of the starter decks is pick this up and you can play the game straight away. It comes with a full 56 card pre-constructed deck, 3 rares of a clear path to competitive upgrades, a full-size paper playmat, a booster pack for customization. Having a booster pack in here is awesome, and deck building tips. There's a follow the rules and deck building guide, a durable foldable deck box that ships flat and assembles quickly. My point is, this is if you just want to play the game and you don't want to muck about with deck building, go and buy a starter deck. And although these are inessential, what I would recommend for everybody that wants to learn to play this game, go pick up these free starter decks. And unless you're like a big, massive TCG nerd that wants to buy many boxes and start building decks day one, which I understand some people are, if you just want to have a try with Riftbound, go and buy these free starter decks and play them against each other. You'll have fun. But wait, isn't there one more product which is even better for learning to play? Why, yes. Yes, there is. Proving Grounds. And Proving Grounds is essential. This is a product that you do need to buy. And if you're going to be serious about Riftbound, honestly, even if you're going to be casual about Riftbound, this seems to be the best Riftbound product day one. Firstly, your legends in here are Annie, Master Yi, Lux, and Garen. They are not in Origins. So you kind of have to get this if you want those legends. And yes, there is every possibility they end up being really good. We don't know. We've not seen them. But there's every possibility they end up being really good. But then we don't know how many exclusive cards are in the box. But we know there are some. And we know it includes the legends. So just put very simply, you will need to buy this if you want to play Riftbound seriously. And even if you're playing casually, this just gets you 4 decks. Like, the whole point of this is it comes with 4 pre-built decks designed for balanced matchups. So actually, this is even better than buying the free starter decks. Although, honestly, if you don't want to get hardcore into deck building day one, honestly, even if you do, I think the best thing you can do is just go and buy Proving Grounds and the free starter decks, and then you've got 7 decks to sit and play with and learn the game and get to grips with it before you then start actually building your own decks. It seems like a great way to ease yourself into the game. Yes, I'm well aware there's people out there that don't want to do that. There's people out there like me that want to pick up Volibear day one and try and make it great. But I'm just saying that this is a great option. There are 2 to 4 players here with flexible game modes, a guided play experience, which is huge for new players, and custom acrylic champion figures featuring Annie, Master Yi, Lux, and Garam, with double-sided expressions, happy when you're winning, grumpy when you're not. But honestly, the fact that we got exclusive cards in here, including the 4 legends, that alone means that this is a product which is absolutely essential on day one. So there we go. There's your rundown of what's in the booster pack and booster boxes. Starter decks are skippable because all the cards are in Origins, but they make a great option for just having decks to go and play day one. And then, of course, you've got Proving Grounds, which it's got new legends in and some exclusive cards. So, yeah, you're going to need that, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to need it. But I've told you all about that now, so now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about Riftbound and about all of these products. Tell me what you're picking up. Tell me what you're skipping. Tell me how hyped you are to be playing this in October. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about Riftbound and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.